Hey, what's going on YouTube? I was going to do a quick video here. Just wanted to give a quick update. Super excited about this. I actually just got this in the mail yesterday, and I figured I'd throw up a video. Something I've been doing in the works for a while, but let's just cut to it, right? So, as you can see, my knife collection is out. I have my three amazing Hinderers. I got my 3-inch Warncliffe, my 3-inch Sponto, and my spear point, which has been probably one of my favorite knives over these past few years. And I've always, if you follow my videos, you know I've always wanted, another one to fill the spot over here, which is a custom. That's probably never going to happen, but I was able to score something that might kind of, scratch the itch a little bit, at least kind of hold me over until if I ever got a full custom by Mr. Hinderer. So with that, let me bring this into frame. Go. Let me do this actually. So this right here is a Signature Series XM18, a 3.5-inch working finish, an M390. Let me just get this out of the way so I can get this fully in frame. So this right here, for those of you who don't know a Signature Series, the Signature Series was the brainchild, I think, of Mr. Hinderer and I think Rob Orlando, coming up with a way that Mr. Hinderer can, I don't know if this is like the true, really, the background of it, but basically what they had was they had all these extra harpoon Spontos, and what he did was Mr. Hinderer wanted these Sponto spear points. It's actually what he ordered, or wanted to have ordered, or wanted to have developed, but they didn't do that. So what they ended up doing was Mr. Hinderer came in and just reground the blade to a spear point. I don't know why this is so, it's bad lighting. I don't know why, but it looks like crap. Anyways, so with that, he ground these himself. He put a new logo on it to designate the Signature Series, because it's not really a custom. It's not 100% true to custom. I mean, he didn't grind the whole thing himself, but he essentially got it right off the, I guess, the production floor, reground the blade to a spear point, and there you have it. It has his laser engraved signature, which I've been dying to get, and the whole frame's whole frame is working finish, and we have an M390 blade. Let's look at those grind lines. You really get, let me try to get this in the light. You really get a good, beautiful scratch lines on the grind. Those vertical lines, looks amazing. So yeah, new product. Didn't see a lot of videos on these, so I figured why not just quickly show. And I got this in the blue black G10. Yeah, I didn't see a lot of videos on YouTube about it, so I figured I'd throw this one up here. It's relatively new. Very select people have been getting these. They go on the site and they're gone within a second. So if he does make another series, which I really hope he does, I really hope we see even more blade grinds. Hopefully even more spear point or Sponto spear points, Spontos, whatever you call them. But this is just amazing. So I mean, let's get into, like, I guess some of the differences between this and the regular production model. So here, let me just pull out the. It's gonna be hard to tell. So this is a regular, everyday run-of-the-mill spear point, and this is the Sponto spear point, Signature Series. No different, right? It's the same knife pretty much, just the blade is ground a little differently. I don't have a Sponto to do a direct comparison of, so the tip's gonna look a little different, but similar blade stock. Let's see if I can get this in camera. Probably not. Oop. I'm stabbing my. You're never going to be able to see that, but it is a little thinner. I was able to notice it off camera. Bad angle, I apologize, but I'm just knocking stuff all around, guys, sorry. But basically, it's really the same knife, same XM18, just with that custom grind. It's a little bit thinner. Don't expect it to be like super thin like a Spyderco slicer, but it is like the slightest bit thin. So you had to imagine their Sponto grind was. So let me do this. Imagine the Sponto grind, which is this, was right there. That type of thickness, which you're not gonna see. was just ground right off. Oop. And left with this beauty. So let me get these out of the way. So one thing I did notice that was different. First of all, I'm so happy to have a full working finish blade back in my collection. I had the Skinner, which was a working finish, and I just love his work. What they do at the Hinderer Farm, the ranch, I should say. Look how nice that is. But anyways, this is just a beautiful working finish, just done to perfection, and a beautiful stone wash. It looks amazing in the light. The camera doesn't give it justice at all, but it is a beauty. So the biggest difference I did notice, well, this is actually my first M390 blade from the ranch, so I'm excited about that. I love M390. It's a great, great, great super steel. So this may be a user, guys. Maybe taking this to some harder tasks. Probably not going to baby this, especially with the working finish. I mean, it's like bulletproof, so I'm excited about that. But the biggest thing I did notice about this, it was the action on this. So the action on this felt like a custom. And what I mean by that is, any Hinderer custom I've handled at a knife show, or even one of my friends my cat's in the frame, had a chance to handle a Hinderer custom, they have a different feeling action. And the only way I can describe it is this kind of snappy, clean, hard break. And back in the day when everyone used to say that Hinderers had, that weak detent, or you couldn't flip it, like when you compare this to something like, that I really lightly touched that and it still flipped out perfectly. Everyone was saying Mr. Hinderer just knows his flippers. It's just for some reason the production models didn't have that same detent. But Mr. Hinderer dialed this one in, and it is just, I can't quite show it on camera. So this is what we would call weak detent. Let me just lightly try to push it straight down. And if you don't have the right technique, I just kind of lightly pull it back. You get that, right? But obviously I know how to flip mine. Okay, so now let me try the same pressure straight down. And it's still, even though that was a slow flip, you see it still, just do that. Oh, that's as light as I can probably get it. It still flies out pretty hard, and just the feeling of it is this ridiculous, ricochet as soon as it hits. So as soon as you flip it, so much force that flies out with it actually gives a nice ricochet, which you don't get in the other models. It's just what I personally feel. It's the only way you can actually feel is if you actually have it in the hand and you flip it. But I do notice it, and it does feel a little bit more custom, a bit more fine-tuned. So I was excited about that. It for all intents and purposes, this feels like a full custom without actually being 100%, which is fine by me. This is, like I said, this is for me more of a holdover for me. Just so, do any of you guys have that, like a holdover knife? Like I have this knife and it's gonna hold me over until I get this, or whatever it is, whatever hobby, a watch, a car. I have this like a Miata. It's gonna hold me over until I get a Porsche. Those type of things. This is kind of the same for me. This is like, okay, this is a cool knife that I'm actually gonna use, and until I get my full custom Hellfire, either working finish or satin, this is gonna do it for me. But yeah, with the Signature Series, guys, you're getting as close as possible to a custom as you're gonna get. You're getting a crisp, clean, just action. It just breaks free. You almost feel like you have that custom action. It's great, guys. It's phenomenal. So if you do see these and you are interested, please pick it up. And of course, that really unique blade grind of the Spear Point Sponta, or Harpoon Spear Point. I love harpoons. I actually sold my old 3-inch, which I was really upset about, but I guess getting this kind of completed it. I was really happy to get this harpoon shape. It just has such an aggressive look to it. And even when it's in the frame, even when it's in there, look how cool that looks. Just that little harpoon shape alone is so cool. I think it goes really well with this blade design and knife design overall. But yeah, guys, that's it. I'm super excited for this knife. If you guys do get a chance to score one, please. They're numbered, so like mine, Mine's number 85, which actually, that number has some significance to me. I'm not going to tell you why, but I'm sure you'll figure it out. Maybe you can guess in the comments down below. I may dress this up a little bit, maybe get some new hardware. Who knows? I know there's some new black hardware out there that everyone's trying to grab, so maybe I might go for a full black hardware set. But it did come with a pocket clip and work and finish, and the filler tag work and finish was nice. And of course, that blade. That blade is amazing. Hinderer does a big, some really, really nice work. I don't know why I just did that. But I'm a huge fan of his. Obviously, guys, I have 4 of his knives. I may try to sell some of these to kind of make room. I think I don't need 4 Hinderers, but yeah, it's nice. It's kind of nice to have. It's a pretty bad addiction. But yeah, guys, I think with that, I'm going to end this video. It's been an absolute pleasure. It's been almost a full circle Hinderer collecting videos this past couple years, but I actually am very happy and excited where I'm at. Never gonna get this knife out. I think I finally until actually I get that, like I said, until I get that full custom, probably won't be done. But for now, I think this is the collection here, guys. I got my 4. Nice little symmetry. I got 2 3-inch, 2 3.5s. You may see more Hinderers down the way, maybe a half track, maybe an Eclipse, maybe, or there's a new Maximus model, which there is that real want. I don't need a double-edged dagger, but that looks sick. Anyways, guys, I hope you're good. Hope you guys are enjoying your weekend or your free time, and I'll catch you guys later. All right, peace.